There has been lots of stories surrounding Eric Ten Hag and Varane breaking up. It has been addressed by the manager of Man United that he's Eric Ten Hag, and he's here to obviously tell us what he thinks about what news is being spread all over. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David, and today is a Saturday. It's the 25th of November, meaning that we are left with just 5 days to climax this month, to obviously call it. Then we obviously enter the month of December, where we obviously want to see to it that we hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And if at all we hit 20,000, it will be better, as we're obviously going to be jetting into the transfer window. You know, December 1st is all about the transfer news. Now, after that, you're going to be discussing Marcus Rashford. His ban has been lifted a little bit because we all thought that he was going to miss out on very many games in the Champions League. But UEFA is going to hate to confirm the number of games that Rashford has going to hate to obviously miss after getting a red card against Copenhagen. Let's see close to 200 likes matching this video. Don't forget to subscribe so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and hit the notification bell, because after subscribing and you don't hit the notification bell, it won't give you the updates, you know, on the go. So I want you guys to go on and do that. Then the rest will be history, and you'll always thank me later. Now, let's go to the story, and who always went ahead, obviously, bring it. It came in through from two journalists coming in from the Daily Mail. That one is Sammy McBell and Chris Welder. They've gone ahead and told us that Varane has fallen out of favor with Ten Hag, such that their relationship has practically broken down. A frank exchange of views is believed to have taken place after Varane was dropped for the Manchester derby last month, and the Frenchman has only made 3 substitute appearances since. Varane is said to be unhappy that John Evans has been chosen ahead of him, and Victor Lindelof was then selected to play alongside Harry Maguire against Luton Town 2 weeks ago when Evans was injured. Now, when you look at these stories being put out, they're just being built. Why? Do these people know that Raphael Varane is the vice captain of Man United? He's the vice captain of Manchester United. He deputizes Bruno Fernandes, and after that, Casemiro comes after Varane. So the hierarchy for the captains of Man United has Bruno Fernandes at its top, then Varane comes second, and Casemiro comes third. Now, he cannot fall out with the captain. He's like a captain. He's one of the most experienced players at the club that I've gone ahead to obviously see to it that they really put this cohesion of the club together. And these media people are really putting out stories because they have nothing to talk about Man United. Having put out an agenda to see to it that Eric Ten Hag has to be sacked, and it fell apart. Now, they are trying to see to it that more players are rebelling against him. You know, Sancho is out of the news, and he's English, and these people believe that maybe if at all Eric Ten Hag is sacked, then Sancho will get a lifeline at the stadium of Old Trafford. But that is not going to happen. They are just trying to obviously build up something that everyone can obviously see. You know, sometimes it's always good to see behind. You know, I told you, we in Africa never noticed it that when the missionaries came, you know, the flag followed the cross. They came up with a cross, but they had a flag behind of colonizing Africa. But how many of our ancestors really got to know that these people are obviously going to go on and do this? I think it was Kabarega of Bunyoro, you know. I think there is even a chief in northern region. He obviously got to notice that. So it was really, really, really hard for people with normal lenses to really get this. But let me tell you and school you, this is something built up by the media. Eric Ten Hag will never fail to put Varane on the field of play if at all Varane is fit, and he has gone ahead to meet the credentials of him starting the game. I came up and Ovi gave you an example that in the live I did yesterday night. I know most of you have gone ahead to watch it. I said that In Eric Ten Hag's first two games at Old Trafford in the Premier League, he was not giving Varane a start. And he was playing Lisandro Martinez on the left side of the central defense, and Harry Maguire was playing on the right side of the central defense. That is it. After we lost to Brighton 2-1 without Varane and losing 4-0 to Brentford at half-time, Eric Ten Hag realized that, all right, I need to get in Varane to do the job. And he brought him on, and Varane went ahead to obviously have a very good season with the club of Manchester United. Now, if Varane had a very good season and Ten Hag really trusted him, do you think Ten Hag can allow his best defender not to be on the pitch when he's in good moods? And secondly or thirdly, who tells you that a player cannot drop deep in form? Who tells you that? Who tells you that? Who tells you that? Ruben Diaz at Manchester City, he's the best central defender to me in the world. That is it. But he has found himself in a situation where he has to obviously he found himself in a situation last season not starting close to 6, 7, 8 games. Do you know why? Because the manager never thought that it was the best time for him to come in through and really play for the club of Man City. But did anyone even come out and obviously attack the manager? They didn't. Do you know why? This manager is going to have to build his reputation well, and he's trusted. And through this battle of Eric Ten Hag, or through this journey of Eric Ten Hag, finding his trust, in the media, believing that he's the best guy for the job, trust me, all this is going to happen. I gave you another example, when Gabriel Magalhaes never started the first 3-4 games of Arsenal, with Arteta believing that it was supposed to be Benjamin White, Saliba in the central defense. Then I think it was Tomiyasu who was playing as the right back, and I think it was playing Thomas Partey as the right back, then Julian Timber as the left back. Julian Timber got injured, and guess what? He never changed. He just put Tomiyasu on the left back and kept Thomas Partey onto the right back position, and Gabriel Magalhaes couldn't start any game of Arsenal. So if Gabriel Magalhaes didn't start, and the media came out and really said that it's going to have to fall out with Mikel Arteta, what makes you not think that it's the same agenda that they're drawing, that Eric Ten Hag is going to have to break up or to break out with Varane? It's an agenda that these people always make very many stories in the transfer window, and they are not having those stories to write. They don't have selling columns right now. So they had to obviously study the situation and obviously find out that. And let me ask you, why would Varane come out and obviously back up at the manager, that is Eric Ten Hag, for not obviously starting him, yet went ahead to lose 3-0? And secondly, Varane is an experienced central defender that he knows exactly what he's supposed to do if at all he is not happy with the manager. Talk through the captain, that is Bruno Fernandes, and he's also the assistant captain. He can meet up with Eric Ten Hag and talk to him. After talking to him, then the rest will be history. But let people not spread these lies and don't buy them, don't take them. It's good. There is a very good situation between Raphael Varane and Eric Ten Hag. And trust me, they've even started running stories that Man United might sell Raphael Varane in January, and Ten Hag cannot do that. Although I went ahead and did a video that I would have gone ahead to sanction his selling and bring in Todibo, but trust me, Ten Hag is not going to do that because he needs Varane's experience this season, and maybe in the summer they can sell him, because you have no guarantee given to you when you bring in a central defender that's going to hit the ground running in the last 6 months of the season. You have no guarantee. So you can't come out and obviously sell Varane. Though to me, I would obviously sell him because he's an injury-prone player. Then Chris Wilder also went ahead and really said, Bayern Munich have expressed an interest in signing Raphael Varane a £25 million deal in January, but it's unlikely that German could afford the 340,000 wages he earns per week, and that's a lie. Varane earns £300,000 a week. Manchester United have discussed replacements, but moving from Nancy's Jean-Claude Todibo may involve a conflict of interest due to Ratcliffe's ownership of the French side. Now, these are falsehoods. the person close to Bayern Munich told us, that is Christian Falk. He works for he works for Build in Germany, and he's a close source to the side of Bayern Munich. He told us that Bayern were interested in signing Raphael Varane in the summer. That is it. They are interested in signing Raphael Varane in the summer, but his salary is really huge, and he cannot obviously take a pay cut. That is it. So all this is being painted around that Erik Ten Hag is not in good terms with Raphael Varane, and Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead and vocalized these allegations being spread all over. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just rumors, but there is internal competition. When you have to decide between two players who are brilliant, Varane and Harry Maguire, then you have to make a choice. Now, however much I've gone ahead to have an agenda on Harry Maguire's performance for a very long time, but this time around, I think Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously exonerate himself. Why? The results at Man United really show us that in the last 5 games we've gone ahead to play, we've gone ahead to obviously win 4 out of 5, and the only loss has been to Manchester City. Now, can I ask you, last season when Varane played, didn't we lose to Man City? We lost to Man City 6-3. You understand? Then, when he played out at Arsenal, we lost 3-2. So I don't want anyone to come out and build an agenda that if Varane is there, we cannot lose games. We've lost games when the Varane is there. And if at all the manager has gone ahead to find a solution for us to collect points before it's too late and is saving his job, let him do what's supposed to do. And we all understand that Harry Maguire is a player that was so much disturbed to obviously settle in at Man United because of the captaincy role that was given to him by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He couldn't obviously manage that. He had a lot to carry on his head, and that resulted into a very huge problem for him. And you see to it that he's trying to obviously put in performances that are really consistent. And remember, before he was given the armband of Man United, I think in December, because he came in through in June of 2019, and when Ashley Young left for Inter Milan, then he was named the captain of Man United. Things started to go bitter for him. But trust me, he's doing good. And I'm not this kind of person who is really stagnant at a certain thing. Like, they've gone ahead and get nails and really hit them into my legs that I cannot move anymore. I shift goalposts, especially when need is there. I'm not going to be rigid. I have to obviously tell you the truth that Harry Maguire is performing very well, and let's not obviously downplay his efforts. Now, tomorrow we are playing Everton. If at all he goes ahead and plays and we win, those will be 5 in 6. But did we have such a run when Varane was playing this season? That means there has been something not right with Raphael Varane that Erik Ten Hag is trying to sort out. And when Varane is back to his full fitness and really full levels of playing, then Ten Hag will obviously give him a go into his starting 11. And to me, after Erik Ten Hag went ahead and obviously touched the player we thought was untouchable, that is Anthony. I think now no player is untouchable at the club of Manchester United. Every player can be touched, and he has to obviously come out and really feel it from the decision Erik Ten Hag was ahead to make. Then we've gone ahead and really got a confirmation coming in from the UEFA that Marcus Rashford will have a 1-match ban for his red card in Copenhagen. He will miss the game against Galatasaray away next week. UEFA confirms. So, Marcus Rashford is not going to miss 2 games after getting a straight red card as we played Copenhagen, and that means he's going to be available as we take on Bayern Munich. That is really a very good story that at Old Trafford, when you're having Garnacho marauding on the left, Rashford marauding on the right, we are obviously going to cause problems with this team of Bayern Munich, because we almost got a point and scored 3 goals at their stadium in Allianz Arena. And trust me, if all we've been hitting will be a win, then we'll have to go ahead and really work for it. And Rashford's presence obviously helps us a lot into this game. So we thank UEFA for that, and we are going to play the game of Galatasaray without Marcus Rashford. That is it. But I believe we are obviously going to really see ourselves really get the 3 points away from home on Wednesday. So, your thoughts on Ten Hag vocalizing his breakup with Raphael Varane are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Marcus Rashford ban lifted for 1 game or to 1 game less, and is going to miss 1 game, that is of Galatasaray, and is obviously going to get back to play. So, may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm out. Bye-bye.